All right, that being said, guys, it is prediction time because we, as I just alluded to, are not going to be live tomorrow. So the next time we speak, we'll be talking about the NLDS and the ALDS. So let's get into our wild card round predictions presented by Ace Hardware Services, and it is our Red October special as we are getting into Red October ourselves. We're talking through predictions. Let me just find the exact thing that I need for you guys. Red October is powered by Ace Hardware Home Services. You can visit Ace Hardware Home Services online at acehardwareservices.com to get started on your next project. It's time for our wild card predictions brought to you by this Red October and Ace Hardware Home Services. So today we have game 2 of Tigers Astros. Get started 2:30 Eastern time. Let's start there. Who is winning this series? Not just this game, because today, as we know, we've got a chance for the Astros to tie things up after dropping game 1 to the Tigers. Tarek Skubal will not be pitching for the Tigers today. I know they wish they could have him back out there, but instead, it's going to be, as we were talking about earlier, Reese Olson most likely, and then the Astros will most likely be turning to their right-handed pitcher, Hunter Brown, possibly, with a potential Yusei Kikuchi that, I don't know how to say his last name, but Kikuchi sounds right.
Yeah.
Which is actually a wild last name.
Who
could possibly pitch in game 3 for them. So, Reese Olson on the mound for Detroit. Is he helping them sweep the Astros today?
I mean, the Astros, they just don't die easily. So, let me pull up at 365 right here and see what the odds are. I will probably be betting the Astros today because of that. They are minus 180 on the money line, so a fairly substantial favorite there. No, the Astros are never going to go away easily. They almost pulled it off yesterday. I'm going to take the Astros today to win this, and then I think they're going to finish off the series because they're bastards.
Yeah, unfortunately, I kind of feel like
I think the Astros are going to be the 12% that get her done.
Yeah. Of course, the Astros would be home for game 3 as well.
Mac. Yeah.
I think the Astros, the Tigers got their one, and I know they're trying to get their first playoff series win since 2013. I don't think that's going to happen in 2024. I do think the Astros win this one. Tyler, who do you have?
Yeah, I'm taking the Astros as well. I think the pitching matchup heavily swings in the Astros' favor, and Hunter Brown's done a nice job this year. Yusei Kikuchi's been awesome since they've acquired him, and I'm actually kind of surprised he's not pitching today, but I think they like Hunter Brown's stuff a lot. The Tigers are going to go with a bullpen game today, so
Holton may start.
Yeah, I think Tyler Holton's going to end up starting, but you may see Reese Olson, like you mentioned, Renee.
Bulk.
Yeah, it's going to be a weird day for them. Like we said, AJ Hinch said it's going to be Tarek Skubal in game 1 and chaos for the rest of the series. So I'm going to lean on veteran, not Hunter Brown being a veteran, but a veteran-laden team to bounce back and win game 2, and then if they win game 2, to win game 3 as well. I'm taking the Astros in 3.
And don't forget about the probably cheating in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
sure.
Probably.
On top of it all.
Well, game 2 of today is starting at 4:30. That is the Kansas City Royals and the Baltimore Orioles. Of course, the Royals squeezed out that 1-0 win game 1.
Do you guys pull for, like, good fan bases that have been losers for a long time?
Like, feel bad for them?
I don't pull for anybody.
If the Phillies went out of it, I would pull for the Orioles.
Oh, that's fair.
Because I sympathize with a losing fan base.
When your team is out of it, you always have to have somebody you root for. If you had to pick of all the teams left.
I would like to play the Orioles and beat them, but I kind of pull for them a little bit because it's a good baseball fan base that was just terrible for so long. So I kind of pull for them a little bit. That's all.
Okay, that's fair.
Like, I kind of root for them in the AL.
Yeah, well, this is a rematch of the 4-game sweep in the ALCS back in 2014 that the Kansas City Royals outscored the Orioles by 6 runs in that one. And now having had a chance to win the first one, I don't know. I feel like the Orioles dropped the ball in having a Corbin Burns start squandered and not winning that one. It is going to be Seth Lugo on the mound for the Royals and Zach Eflin, who both of them have had great seasons so far for the most part. Lugo had a 3 flat ERA on the season, 16-9, and then Zach Eflin a 3.59 ERA, 10-9 on this regular season. I kind of want to lean towards the Kansas City Royals to take this one, and I hate to say that. Sorry to my friends that are Orioles fans, but I think dropping game 1 set them up. I don't know that they can win 2, so I think whether Kansas City wins tonight or tomorrow, I think the Royals actually win this series. Unfortunately,
yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one too. I just, we had a sales call yesterday with one of our great people here at ALLCITY, and her dad grew up in Baltimore and was an Orioles fan. She's like, "What do you think?" And I was like, "I just think it's a year too early for them, for the Orioles. I think."
And they've had a lot of injuries to their pitching staff too. That didn't help.
Like, I think next year, could be a year they go on a World Series run. But I think they're just kind of like, I guess 2007 Phillies-ish, where it's like,
that's fair.
It's close. They break through. They have a lot of young talent that gels, gets the experience and all that stuff. Yeah, like when I always say baseball justice, and I feel like baseball justice is going to be on the Philly side this year, I do think you have to lose to win, especially for a young core like this. So I just think it's a year too early for them. So I'm with you.
Lose to win. I like that, actually.
Did you tell that to the Texas Rangers last year? Because they sure didn't listen to you.
Yeah. But it's not, a uniform sweeping statement, but I do think like certain teams have to lose.
The Orioles win today?
That's a good question. I don't really have a strong feeling on this. Let me see what the line is. The line is Orioles minus 155, Royals plus 130. I don't really have confidence in Zach Eflin. So I'll say the Royals win.
So yesterday I said I took the Royals to win this series before the series started.
You've been all Royals up all year.
Well, I have been, and you know how big of a Bobby Witt fan that I am.
Yeah.
But I will say this: I think that you can't sustainably win games 1-0 routinely.
Sure.
It's just not going to.
Of course.
They're going to need to score more runs today than they did yesterday. And Corbin Burns pitched really, really well. You got a really good start from Cole Reagans yesterday. And if you're looking to parlay that into a good Seth Lugo start, I will say this. I believe if the Orioles win today, they will also win tomorrow. However, I am taking the Royals in this one. I've been
like
kind of
2-1, 3-2 type of game.
Kind of bullish on them for the last couple of weeks. Again, you guys know how big of a Bobby Witt fan that I am. I'm taking the Royals in this one. I think they're going to get steamrolled in the ALDS, but for now, I will take them to win this series.
Well, I know in the chat, and you guys feel free to let us know your predictions as well. Chris Lemmer saying, of course, the pitching injuries for Baltimore, they just haven't. It's been so many injuries that they haven't been able to recover from. And Greg Q is agreeing with you of a year too early kind of makes sense for them. The Orioles have a lot of young talent, and I think between the injuries and the youth, it's experience, and they're learning, not losing. But a team that is losing, that I think is going to lose again today. I'm going to skip game 3 and go straight to game 4. Braves Padres, because we'll finish, of course, with who's going to face the Phillies. So the Atlanta Braves and the Padres, game 2 today starts at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. You've got Max Fried on the mound for the Braves with his 3.25 ERA, an 11-10 record, and then Joe Musgrove is supposed to be pitching for the Padres, who's got a 3.88 ERA, 6-5 on the regular season. And that matchup today, guys, I feel like, I just think the Padres are playing so well right now. I don't anticipate this broken down, battered Braves team to be able to.
I can't wait to hear them cry. I'm really looking forward to that because I think it's over today. The Padres just seem like they're a team that's going to cruise to a first round 2-game, easy series, quote unquote. And I can't wait to drink up the Braves' tears. They're going to taste delicious. Yeah,
I'd love a Padres-Dodgers matchup. I'm excited for that one because I do think the Padres have.
That's good.
That's a great.
Their game 2 weeks ago ended with the triple play.
Yeah, like that is a phenomenal.
Padres gave them a run for the division down to the wire. So and I think the Padres are going to beat the Dodgers, and I think they're going to come to Citizens Bank Park in a couple
you're predicting way far. I like this.
Yeah, I think it's Phillies Padres.
NLCS prediction.
You and I are in lockstep on that one, Jamie. And I will say this: I think the Padres are going to do everything they can to win today. Not just because obviously you win the series.
Sure.
But if you can save Dylan Cease for game 1 of the NLDS, I think it goes a long way. If you don't have to pitch him in game 3, you can go Cease, you can go Vasquez, you can go King. You don't have to worry about, your 1, 2, 3 is going to feel good.
Cease Wheeler game 1?
It would be Cease and Yamamoto or Cease and
yeah.
Flaherty.
Okay, sorry. I skipped the series. I already assumed the Dodgers are losing.
You and I are in lockstep on that. I do believe the NLCS is going to be the Phillies and the Padres, but I think to get there, obviously,
they do have to beat the Dodgers.
Right? They still have to win the series, Jamie. You want to crown.
I just feel it in my loins that it's going to happen. So.
All right. Well, I think this is the one we're all keeping an eye on. I can speak for everyone. 7:30 tonight. The New York Mets, the Milwaukee Brewers. That one at as it's going to be back out in Milwaukee with a chance for the Brewers to see if they can tie up this series. Frankie Montas is pitching for Milwaukee
Can't
with
believe we
a
have to count on
4.84
Montas.
ERA. I know, on the regular season, and a 7.11 record for the season. And then Sean Manaea, who's actually had a really good season, was on my fantasy baseball team, of course.
Reset the counter, Tyler.
Okay. Had a 3.47 ERA on the regular season, 12-6. Honestly, a great pitcher for the Mets to have to lean on for a game that they can win. I cannot root for the Mets because I really think that the Mets are going to find a way to somehow defeat themselves. I think the Brewers win tonight. I have no idea what happens tomorrow, though. But my gut wants to say Brewers because in my mind, I've been just having this Rhys Hoskins, Milwaukee Brewers.
He hates the Mets, too.
Philly,
It'd be
right?
great
Like
to see him go
Phillies,
yard. Yeah.
NLDS. I'm going to go Brewers win it.
The best thing for the Phillies here is that this goes 3 games. I think the Mets are going to pull it out ultimately. So I hope Frankie Montas can get it done for you tonight. I just want a 3-game series. I don't want the Mets to be able to get that extra day rest and set up and give Edwin Diaz, because he threw 40 pitches on Monday. He's going to have to be used again here at some point. So you want him worked as much as possible. So I'm going to say hopefully the Brewers win tonight and sends it 3, but the Mets are going to win. So I don't really have a strong feeling if it goes 2 or 3. So let's go Brewers.
I don't know. I feel like the way. Tyler, what do you have?
So I was trying to find you an answer on how many pitches the Mets pitching staff has thrown, and I know you said that there was a lot of pitches thrown by Edwin Diaz in the 40.
He threw 40
I was gonna say
or 41
something.
on Monday.
So there is a website, and I was trying to find it.
I'm pretty sure it's 40.
It calculates the last 5 games that the team has played and shows you the
The
numbers.
NRD, the Nerd Research
Well,
Department.
it's not me.
Yeah, but it might be.
It's people smarter than me. Yeah, actually, Jamie, I don't know if you know this, but I operate all of the baseball stat sites. I am baseballsavant.com.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Why do you think I've been pushing it all year? It's because it's my website.
Yeah.
You want to be able to, whoever wins this series, of course, you want them to have a taxed bullpen and a starting rotation that they don't feel comfortable setting up. I don't think that's going to happen tonight. I do think the Mets win this.
I feel like the Mets win it too.
And they've been on such a roll lately. I think it is going to be Phillies Mets in the NLDS. And then they're going to have an opportunity. It'll probably be Quintana in Game 1. It'll be Severino in Game 2, Manaea in Game 3.
Yeah.
Nominally speaking, it's not like this dominant pitching staff. But if you look at their numbers, especially in the second half, those 3 guys have been really, really good for the Mets.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah,
It's going to be a tough series.